What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know, man, we get it in. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for all the loyal support that I've been getting, man. Let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bells on all so that way you're directed into the notifications and the dope content that I am bringing, man. I highly appreciate that. Now, I wanted to do something different today. I wanted to do another reaction, and I wanted to react to the craziest and scariest ring camera footage ever seen on YouTube, ever seen, period. Now, I remember when these ring cameras first exploded on the block, everybody had to get them. I got one. You know, my people's all got one. Safety and security, first and foremost, it makes me sleep better at night, right? But even more so than that, what it does, man, is it provides us a sense of security, knowing that you're able to see what's going on up and down your street. You can see who's coming to your front door. Long are past the days of, hey, come in and just open your screen door and walk in. Now it's security screen doors, ring camera footage, everything, man. So you need to be up and aware of what's going on nowadays. This one right here, this ring camera footage, man, is some of the scariest. Now, this incident happened in Las Vegas. I remember when it first happened. It happened a while back. I never actually got a chance to sit down and react or review the footage. I did hear about the story, man. I thought it was crazy. So I kind of wanted to do it along with you guys. I hope that you guys can bear with me in this reaction shit, man. Let's get to it, man. I heard that this is one of the scariest and craziest things ever seen, you know, on YouTube. So let's get to it, man. What do you guys think? Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
Hmm.
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
This motherfucker's a trip.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, I'm sure. I'm sure I ain't letting you in my pad. That's straight up. This motherfucker pulled up to this pad looking like a Hell's Angel. Now, the backstory to this video is there was a lady. She had just gotten home. This guy took a liking to her or whatever, started to follow her into her home. Supposedly, she was alone. The ring camera footage picked this up. He obviously knows it's there because he just pressed the button. You know, anyone who has a ring knows there's a button you can push. That's actually the doorbell. One good thing about the ring is you can speak through it, man. You don't have to answer your door and you can see what's going on. This guy keeps asking, are you sure? Something makes me believe he's talking to himself, man. Maybe he's not mentally all there. There's a lot of people in Las Vegas with mental health problems, and we'll get to all that, you know. But let's see what happens. Let's see if she answers the door. She's crazy if she does. Shit. I ain't answering no door. This motherfucker needs a shower. Look at him. Looks like one of the guys from Duck Dynasty.
What? Are you sure?
Mm.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
I don't have no answers for you. Damn, he's knocking and everything.
Sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Are you positive?
100% positive.
Are you sure?
Indubitably.
I just have a couple questions for you.
Fuck you and your question, sir.
Are you sure?
Go hunt a duck.
Are
I'm
you
good.
positive?
Mm-hmm.
I just have a
Absolutely.
couple questions.
I'm absolutely positive. Go hunt a duck, Duck Dynasty, because I'm going to tell you right now, first and foremost, take a shower, go hunt a duck, go shear that beard. Get the fuck on because I ain't got nothing to say to this guy. Now, if I was on the other side of the door, I immediately would have been blasting through the door. And this is why I say things have changed nowadays. Long are gone the days of just come in your pad because you never know who's going to come knocking at your door. You know, it's a freaky situation. Imagine if this was your sister, your mother, you know, your old lady, your wife, on the other side of that door. What's going through this woman's mind? She's probably frantic, you know, on her phone, hopefully with her husband or boyfriend or whoever, letting them know that there's a weird guy, you know, at her door. This guy's wearing a skinny, dirty ass tank top. It's trying to hold on like in Vogue. It's barely holding on. And he definitely looks like he doesn't have the mental capacity to think. He's definitely willing to do some bad things. What makes this video so crazy is that this guy, you know, happens to say some crazy shit, but we're going to get to that right now. You know, I'm not opening the door for anyone, man. I always have to see what's going on and who's up and down the street. Because a lot of times, man, this is how home invasions are happen. You know, hey, I'm looking for my dog, or you know, hey, we just came to work on your electricity, and next thing you know, you get struck by a bolt of fucking lightning, and it's called a 357. I'm cool, man. I don't need that in my life. Let's get back to it and see what this guy has to say, because he's looking real weirdo-ish right now.
That's for you. Are you sure?
Hell yeah, I'm sure, bro.
Are you positive?
Not HIV, but
Are you sure?
yep.
Are you absolutely certain?
Get the fuck on. I'm absolutely certain. Oh, he must have heard me.
Sure.
So who are you?
Ooh.
What? Yeah? Are you sure?
Who are you?
That dude said, so one thing I like about the ring is you can actually speak through it, so people don't know if you're home or not. You could talk through your phone. You could be at work. You could be at the store. Someone hits your house, it alerts you, and then you can get at them like, hey, man, I ain't there right now, man. I'll be back. Most of the time, if you're smart, you don't let people know where you're at or what you're doing. You just be like, hey, I can't come to the door right now. I'm too busy jacking off or whatever, right? Make up an excuse. But obviously this lady that's inside, she must have got a hold of her old man. So he's like, hey, who are you? This guy turned around and said, are you sure? Yeah, he's pretty sure. So let's see what happens. He was just about to walk away. So the situation was diffused, but by him saying something, it brought this guy back. Now he's holding a bag. Looks like he has some fucking chanclas or some combat boots on. I can't call it. He definitely looks like he just wrestled a grizzly bear and smells like one. So let's see what happens right here, man. This shit's getting really interesting. I'm not scared, though. They said it was scary.
Yeah, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about the AV show.
Just a couple questions.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We sure can.
What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to rape her and kill her.
What the
You have her
fuck?
open the door? I'm going to rape and kill the girl that's on the other side of this door.
Oh, hell no. See, that's what I mean. This guy right here was up off his rocker, man. And he's wearing a rosary. Stop it, man. He's conflicted. He's confused, right? Davalto said, I'm looking for the girl here because I'm like, he said it like if he was asking for, to borrow a couple of dollars, or he's asking, which owl the motor oil's on. I just want to get at the girl so I could rape and kill her, basically. Yeah, this is some pretty crazy shit. It's at that point, I could only imagine the guy that's on the other side of that ring, talking to him is probably fucking shocked, for someone just to straight up say that looks like this. Because I'm not going to lie, man, this guy does not look like someone I'd answer my door for. I wouldn't be intimidated or scared, but at the end of the day, man, I don't really know any Hell's Angels like that, or anyone that looks like that. So I would have just gave this guy some good advice, maybe $5, and kicked him on his ass on the way down the steps. But for him to say that about this girl, I could only imagine what she's thinking and what she's going through. She's up under 2 bed mattresses right now. I'd be up under the bed. Fuck that. Let's get to it, man. See what he says. This dude's nuts.
When she lets me in. I want to rape her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun.
Where you got the knife? Up your ass like Wes Watson?
Yeah, and I'm going to knock on her door again.
Oh, this dude's a fool. Oh, hell no. All right, so I don't know what he was told. I don't know what the guy told him. I didn't hear it. But he must have said something like, bitch, I'll kill you, right? I'll rape and kill you, right? So this guy left. He's actually walking away. Now, from what I know about this case, ultimately the girl didn't get harmed. Thank God, right? I'm pretty sure her old man was on the first thing smoke and jumped in the Dodge Ram and rammed his way there so he could shear somebody's beard off. And nothing ever came of this other than what I read was that he did get charged. About a week later, this guy was caught. Now, this is in Las Vegas. And one thing I know about Las Vegas, and it's slept on, not a lot of people talk about it, is there's a lot of people with mental health problems, man. Las Vegas tends to have that effect on people. You go in there, you can lose your fortune, you can lose your rent, your savings, and your girl leaves you. Your family has nothing to do with you because you didn't do the right thing with your life. And a lot of these people get stuck. And it fucks with their mental, and they have mental health problems. There's not a lot of facilities, a lot of people there willing to help them. Now, this guy had real issues because he kept talking in the third person or having a full-blown conversation with himself. I don't think he was actually talking to the woman on the other side of the door. I do think that if she would have opened the door, bad things would have happened. Thank God she didn't. But this situation is hard to avoid, especially nowadays with so many people crying out for help, so many people on some weird shit. It's not like it used to be. Back in the days, you could let your children play. You didn't have security cameras at every fucking door, man. And this makes it a lot easier for law enforcement to capture and catch people, man. Sometimes it's a trip, man. I'll look on my ring just to trip out on it on my phone, and I see things that I had missed, or things, people cruising up and down the street looking a certain way. You never know what you're going to capture on the ring. That's the trippy part about it. I've seen a lot of these videos, man, killer clowns, weird things, people actually trying to kick doors in to do home invasions. And the ring has actually saved their life because it alerts the authorities, or the people were able to alert the authorities, or sound an alarm. Some of them have alarms depending upon your security system. This guy right here, ultimately a week later, was captured, locked up, and didn't need to be on the streets, man. Anyone who would say that about a woman, terrify a woman, doesn't need to be on the streets. He needs help, man. He needs help, or he needs to get blasted when he gets to jail. One or the other. But this is a trip. You don't know what he had in that bag. It looks like that's from the dollar store, because he might have had some of those $2 tough steaks and some cup of noodles. But again, he said he had a knife and a gun. And unless he's Wes Watson and could fit massive amounts of things up his ass, you never know. So let's get to it and see what happens. Let's see if he just walks away and that's that. It's a trip.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wow. He's still having a full-blown conversation with himself. This guy is off the hook. Now, I wanted to tell you a quick story. I actually had someone do that. My Ring doorbell was a trip, right? So I seen this guy, and my shit goes bling, bling, bling. So it gives me that alert someone's up and down the street. You could set the frequency to further or closer, and I have it all the way up to the sidewalk. So I heard somebody walking by, right? So I actually peeped it out. Seen this fucking weirdo with the briefcase walking by, tall, skinny, white dude, funny hair, man. Looked like he was part of some type of community, right? I don't want to speak on it because then people will hate. But you can't judge a book by its cover. He was just doing his own thing. But then he walked back. So the way he looked, he was looking like he was lost. I was thinking, okay, maybe this guy is definitely just trying to find a place, find somewhere. Maybe he's lost. So the third time he walks by, I'm like, okay, fuck this, right? So I went on my porch, lit a cigarette up. This is a while back when I still smoked and all that. I went on my porch, so he knew I was out there. So he knew that I knew that he was out there. And he just kept on walking all the way down the street. He seen someone came out, so he was like, nah, fuck that, right? He left. So anyways, bam, I go back in the pad, whatever, bing, bing, bing. It goes off again. This time, this motherfucker is on my porch, right? And I have house plants, and I have real nice furniture and a few things on my porch. This was prior to where I live now. This was about a year ago. And this guy starts to snatch things off my porch and take off, right? I'm getting my shoes on. Like, this motherfucker ain't going to get my turtle, right? I had a fucking porcelain turtle. No, hell no, right? Jumped in my whip, chased him down, and quietly as it's kept, I got my turtle back and everything he had in his pockets. But what the moral to the story is, these Ring cameras, man, capture a lot of things. And if you feel something ain't right, it probably isn't. Go with your gut. Your first instinct's always your best instinct. I learned that a long time ago in prison, as well as on the streets, gang banging. Trust your gut, man. In this situation, the woman did the best possible thing she could do was stay inside her house, alert somebody. Because usually when they hear a man speak, or you speak in a harsh manner, if you're so nice and you're too nice, that people could bait you into opening that door. And that's all they need is a little crack and they're in, right? But if you talk to them, not in a disrespectful manner, but in a rough manner where they know you don't fuck around, more than likely they're going to do what that Duck Dynasty dude did and take off and quack, quack down the street, because they don't want that smoke. It doesn't matter how crazy these people are. 9 times out of 10, they're not that crazy. Anyways, man, stay aware of your surroundings and pay attention. Thank you guys for watching this reaction. I'm going to get into a lot more. I talked to a homeboy the other day, and I know I did a couple haunted stories. You guys were into the scary stories. We actually found a couple haunted places that we're going to go to, stay overnight, trip out. Let me know if that's something you'd want to see. Good content. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I get possessed, right? Or fucking the ghost of Wes Watson tries to cram something up someone's asshole. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we'll see what it is, man. Thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you for all the support I'm getting. And I highly, highly appreciate it, man. With that being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And if you like these reactions, let me know. If you want me to go back to the old formats and the old things I was doing, I'm tired of talking about just prison and gangs and all that, man. There's a lot more to talk about. Current news, trending things, scary stories. I think that right there is great content, man. So you let me know where you're coming from. Anyways, with that being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want. And I'm going to continue to do me and mines, man. Thumbs up or thumbs down. If you ever see this guy walking down your street, stay away. you know, and be very, very aware because that Vault right there, I bet you smelled like a Sasquatch. Looks like he stunk. Anyways, bang, bang, man. This is the Gun Gang. You know what it is. Respects. Thank you guys so much.